Okay, hello YouTube. I'm just randomly live really early. And let's see if I can send this to some people. This is the only time I have anymore. So if you're in my time zone, you're probably like, wait, why is he live streaming so early? Oh, free promo for the Mercury Tree. Let's talk about red dress microtonal harmonization. We're going to do that. But first I'm going to let the cat in. Money! You want to say hi to YouTube? Oh, there's our baby. She likes to be in the same room with me. Otherwise, she gets a little bit lonely. Yes. Okay. Here we go. So, now, it looks like YouTube has no organic reach of its own, which is great. So, I'm going to share the link. Oh, come on. How do I even do this? Uh-oh. Oh, come on. How do I even do? All right. There we go. That was weird because I had to click on the video itself. But yeah. Okay, let's see if I post in Discord or Facebook, if anyone will care. I'm going to get more than 0 people because if nobody is watching, I'm not going to do it. But I definitely want to talk about this harmonization idea. So yeah, I guess I can talk about things that are coming up while I do something, so I am not so boring. There's a Now and Zen episode that is coming out at the end of the month, the Hear Between the Lines episode, and that is very exciting. So, you know, that's going to be a great episode. Because not only is it a fun episode, but it's a good, beginner theory episode again, and a little bit of advanced theory, too. So that should be a really good time. And that comes out for the public on, I think it's either July 30th or July 31st. I don't remember. But my patrons on Patreon have already gotten to listen to it. So there's that. I've also promised that if I get to 1,000 subscribers by August, I've promised that if I get to 1,000 subscribers by August, I will create a microtonal reharmonization of Red Dress. And we don't have a 48-tone piano here, but I can try going through it and kind of doing some fun stuff. And I know the notes really well from transcribing it. Like, when I hear it in my head, I'm not, it's not difficult for me to hear, what she's done, even though it is microtonal and completely clashing. I came to church. So that's, weird A flat. I came to church. So stinky B flat. Maybe you could do something like a quarter flat F minor, if you wanted to harmonize it in a normal way. Let's just take the microtones out for now. For now, it could be but yeah, there's lots of different ways you could reharmonize that. To praise all love, and then to praise all love. That's pretty easy, right? Oh, no, wait. That's going an 8th tone up. So that doesn't work with C. But yeah, I guess what you could do is you could try embellishing chords in lots of different ways by approaching them with other chords. Hello to people on the live stream. It's so nice to see you. The reason I'm streaming so early is because this is the only time I have anymore. And I want to talk to some of the new subscribers I have from the Red Dress video. The idea is that I want to get 1,000 subscribers before August so that I can do, not just a Red Dress microtonal transcription, but also a Red Dress microtonal reharmonization, because I know how to do that, and it's all I do on my channel. So I would be the person to do it, I think. I don't know if other people would want to do it, because, yeah. But anyway, this is good for our friends in Europe and Australia and where else? Estonia, of course. If anyone wants to see. So, yeah. I also have microtonal Moon River, so we're going to get that. All right. I guess most of the people who watch my stream are awake at a different time. But yeah, so here is what I've been working on with this one. So this guitar is in 22-tone equal temperament. And 22-tone equal temperament has a diatonic scale, but its in-tune thirds are a step off from that. So it means that if you try and play diatonic melodies that sound like they have nice major chords, they often will get off a little bit. But I found that if I play Moon River on this guitar, everything stays. It's absolutely nuts. I did not expect that at all. So it's microtonal Moon River time. Ooh, we have 3 people now. 4 people. Maybe I should change the name of this to microtonal Moon River, and then people will think that I'm playing Jacob Collier's version. But I'm not. I'm just going to play my own version. And then people will comment about the other version, and I'll be like, what? What's that? Oh, God. Got to have that Diet Coke in the morning. Wait, is that right? No, that one. And then no. And then I got this chord for here. It's kind of like the standard chord, but it's in a neutral pocket so that I can have the 11th harmonic. And then you want, oh yeah. So yeah, hopefully that sounds pretty good. All right, I'm gonna try and rustle up a few more people. Okay, so I even posted on Snapchat yesterday. I posted, hey Snapchat, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be so cool. And then I saw that the number did not go up at all. So I can only assume that means that everyone from Snapchat is already subscribed. So great job, guys. Okay, here we go. But yeah, hopefully you like that microtonal Moon River. So I can talk about, here, I know what I can do. This will be entertaining for the 3 people who are here. By the way, when the chat is silent, I don't know like what cool things to do or what will scare you away. So I'm trying to like randomly flip between like the random entertaining microtonal things I can do. Okay, so let's try playing. I'm going to try reading Red Dress and singing it. I came to church to praise our love, sitting, searching for someone else. And then, after that, it didn't care. No, it didn't stew. I can't read it if it's not actually playing. Let's see. Well with me. That one's hard, because that's against a D chord. Well with me. And then the C sharp is down. So here's like a normal C sharp. Well. Ooh, no. I was going high. Well with me. Do. Well with me. So it's gotta be like a saggy C sharp, right? So whenever there's a sag, I've got that 8th tone on it. Well with me, but I said it was a lover's deed. And then there's that one. Let's see. And then, this one is really hard. Didn't trust. That was really clashy. Because it's kind of like this, but it's up. Didn't trust. So this is weird. I think I'm trying to sing the 11th harmonic. Didn't trust my own feels. Let someone else behind my wheel. And then, let's see. By the way, for those of you watching, this does not count as a microtonal reharmonization. This is just me noodling around with what I've got and maybe some, like, spitballing some ideas out and stuff. So, yeah. Oh, the kitty's here again. Would you guys like to say hi to the kitty? Oh, no, she doesn't want to be picked up. I thought she was going to tolerate it. But, yeah. So, let's see. So, we had... Didn't trust my own feels. Let someone else behind my wheel. And then... Oh, those notes sound so particularly wrong because of how they clash with the fifth. It's really remarkable. And then... Let's see. Oh, that one's too hard for me to sight read. Behind my wheel, feelings of love driving me, but the only one who should steer is me. 'Cause what they saw, they see me in a red dress, hopping on the Delfast, thinking I'm lost as they judge and discuss. What are you doing here? They see me in a red dress, hopping on the Delfast, thinking I'm lost as they judge and discuss. What am I doing here? Letting someone else steer. Yeah. Okay, now we're singing along. Singing along is actually easier than playing piano. Love, precious and fine. Thought I should do anything for a time. There's one that's right. We can change the hearts and minds of people not like me and break or stride. Shouldn't be me trying to change. Thought I'd be something if I remained. That one's hard. Hold on, let's see. If I remain, it just ain't me. Singing our sins, watching exclusion. Nope, I'm not right on that one. That one is really hard. Let's see. Watching exclusion, getting its wins. Oh my god. It's so microtonal. Let's see. Singing our sins, watching exclusion, getting its wins. Yeah. Because what they saw. Now that one is just crazy. Because what they saw. It's so microtonal. Because at first she's just singing. And it's also cool to see like the pattern, right? Because like in the first part where like the band drops out and it's just her, she sings like the exact same kind of like wrong contour, like in a similar register. It's just that the notes are microtonally different than they come in the second time. So the second time, we actually have a microtonal shift down. And I don't know if we have that the first time. Because what they saw, that second note, when it goes down, it just sags enough to be the quarter tone. And the eighth tone on the A down, we're at measure 54, by the way. The eighth tone sags so much that when she sings it adjacently, it doesn't have that 12th semitone sound. So that's part of the reason why I put the A down there. But that could be a debatable one. That might be high enough to be an A. It's sort of borderline. I thought it was closer to the A down, but, you know, some of you all in the comments might be willing to correct me. That'd be super cool. Let's see what the other one is. This will be fun, comparing them. Oh, by the way, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. So please tell your friends. That'd be super cool. But yeah, if I get 1,000 subscribers by August 1st, I will do the Red Dress definitive official microtonal jazz reharmonization. This is great. This is a good opportunity for me. You know why? Because like back when the other like microtonal phenomenon happened, like when the silly conservative conference had like their nephew sing the Star Spangled Banner or whatever, and she was just terrible. And then those guys like harmonized it in like one day. It's because like, you know, that was not well done. But the microtones were strategic shifts or reactions to certain difficult maneuvers in the melody. But this is sort of on a different level. The microtonality permeates the melody in such a way that anyone who wants to reharmonize this really has to dig deep into the microtones. In fact, I'm thinking, wouldn't it be fun if I harmonized this in a system that wasn't 48 tone equal temperament? I did a different one. It just would have to be one that chops the octave up enough so that you could always grab a note that was near what she was doing. And maybe 22 would qualify. So, holla in the chat if you want 22 tone microtonal harmonization. Yeah, actually that would be better, wouldn't it? Because everybody who came to this video from the Sarah Brand video, they, dividing 12 into more pieces is something that they have probably already thought of. But maybe they've never thought of 22 tone equal temperament being used for microtonal harmonization. That would be so fun. Oh yeah. I think I'm going to do it in 22 now because people need to know that it exists. So then maybe if they hear it, they'll be like, holy cow, what? That can't happen. But anyway, let's compare these. Okay, we're in the chorus here. Come on, go back. Oh, here it is. Okay, so the first one. Oh my God! It's the same dip. Okay, 'cause what they saw. It's the same idea, right? She sings that melodic contour, and then when she gets to the second measure, she flats it. But she's flattening it by a different amount. So the first time, it flats enough that that last note sounds kind of G-like. And then the second time, she flats it less so that it sounds more like G half sharps. They're only about 25 cents off each other. Probably a little bit more, actually, based on what I'm hearing. But these are measure 17 and 54. So that's where you have the, what is it? Oh, it's kind of like the lead into the chorus. So that's what's happening there. All right. So let's keep going through the song here. We already went through the first chorus. Now, this is also interesting because you can see from the transcription that the different choruses are also different levels of out of tune, right? So the first chorus is almost, it can passes in tune sometimes. And then there are a few parts where it's noticeably sharp. And then in the second chorus, you have mixes of sharpness and flatness, and then some very flat notes. And then I think in the third chorus is when you get the notes that are so flat that they're more than a semitone flat, which is fascinating. So let's listen to the different ones. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Oh, that's sharp. That's right. Oh, that's flat. There we go. It's all over the place. It's really remarkable. Woo. I saw love, precious and fine. Thought I should do anything for time. Time to change the hearts and minds of people not like me and break or stride. Shouldn't be me trying to change. That'd be something if I remain. It shouldn't. That's okay. Uh-oh, we lost people. I must not be singing very accurately. See? A little flat, but not as flat. Oh, here's the sharp one. I got mixed up. Doing here. Just a little flat, right? And now, see, I didn't want to be super mean, right? It's in lots of music, if you're an eighth tone off, but you're wiggling just enough, you might not even be perceived as out of tune. So I didn't know if it was fair on those A's that are held to make them an eighth tone flat. Because you'll notice on the held notes of the very first chorus, I don't put the eighth tone in because I feel like that note passes enough as in tune. But these notes here just have this quality of sagging. So I felt like it was fair to count it as an A down. The first one there in the second chorus probably doesn't sound like an A down as much as the second one. The second one's a little bit flatter. But as long as it carries that impression of flatness, then you can hear it as like an A down note, right? Instead of like standard A. So I thought that was fair. And there were other times where I thought that like maybe a note could be a quarter tone, or no. Maybe a note could be an eighth tone off, but because of how the contour was sung and the speed and the fact that our ears very much want to hear notes that she's singing as like locked in with the chords, sometimes I didn't mark those. So it was more about like what you're perceiving from the melody than maybe like what the actual pitch height is. You know, that's a really important component. Okay, so continuing to go through it, we've just finished the second chorus, and now we get to the third verse. We have some truly juicy microtones here, so stay tuned. Judging in disguise, they don't see me, just the lies. Now that one is so weird because it's shorter than the other ones, right? And the patterns are also less random. And you start out and you think it might not actually be that out of tune. I came to church. She nails the. She's just straight up correct there. And I think she's meaning to go to praise love. And I made it a non-oblit for humor, even though nobody commented, but that's okay. Praise love. Praise love. And so it's in between. So a lot of times she's sounding really microtonal because when she means to sing a major second or something, she's singing like a quarter tone one, like an 150 cent major second. Really fascinating. And then it just sounds a little bit high, but I didn't know if it sounded like an A half sharp. I didn't think that was fair. I wanted to be nice, but it also looks like, based on what I said previously, that if I'm not being mean with eighth tones, why would I mark this tiny little note with an eighth tone up? Well, it's because it doesn't sound like A half sharp to me, but it also just sounds slightly sharp. So I'd figure, why not mark it as A up? I think that's about right. So yeah, anyway. Someone else. Oh, I did that wrong. Remarkable. Anyway, C sharp, D half flat, E down. Yeah, because it's great because it's almost like she's approaching that note that she wants for someone else, but she doesn't quite make it. Oh, it's amazing. And then these notes here, eyes, B half flats. Oh my God, she's just going right down to that note, and you know it's the same thing both times, even though it's not within the chords. It's great. And those are some really microtonal contours there, because you probably would expect, like, these are the ones that I think that sound the most microtonal to me, because you know, if you're singing wrong notes against a track, but you repeatedly sing the same notes, they almost take on their own character because of the legitimizing nature of repetition. But these notes here are all different, just like in this little stretch. It's just great. So you probably think she would do like, they don't see me, you know? But she's doing like, they don't see me. Me, just the lies. And then there's that. So it's crazy. Very flat. Striking the field. Wait, is that? Oh, darn, that is a regular G chord. Striking the beat. Hey, do any microtonalists recognize anything about those notes? Check it out. A flat up is going down to G half sharp, which is very out of tune with G. And then in the next chord, it acts like an 11th partial. For those of you who haven't heard of the harmonic series, whenever you strike a note, it has a bunch of little notes in it. And if you keep going up the harmonic series, when you get to the note that vibrates 11 times as fast as your lowest note that you've played, it sounds like a quarter tone in between a perfect fourth and a tritone. And G half sharp is right in that slot for the D chord at the end when she holds that note. So what Sarah Brand has cleverly done is she's using in anticipation, of course. I can't get her exact. Hold on, let's see if I can play this again and let me hear it. Hear that? It's an out of tune note in the first chord, and then in the second chord, it's the in tune 11 over 8. Unfortunately, when she sings the next one, she doesn't go down an exact major second to get the 11th partial on the C chord, which if she had, oh, that would have been so cool. That's why, unfortunately, it's just an F sharp down. So, here's the difference. Striking the beat. There's F half sharp. And now here's F sharp down. I'm going to try and model the difference. Just like not fitting in, but also not being F sharp. So yeah. Anyway. Oh, in this ending. I actually already know what I'm going to do for the ending. See me in a red dress. I'll use like parallel chords there and like hit an A7 chord because that's like the whole idea, right? The main pop chord progression has like G, I don't know my order. Oh, it is G, D, C, A minor. G, D, C, A minor over and over. And then when it leads into choruses, it sometimes has an A major. So I figure I can use A major to my advantage since it sounds like it's supposed to be in the song. But anyway, a true microtonal reharmonization of this song will be a huge challenge, which I am looking forward to if I get 1,000 subscribers by August 1st. So these are the announcements as you leave and go about your day. And I have to do dumb early morning stuff because waking up early is horrible. Oh, wait, I'm not going to leave yet. I have to ask people what they want, even though the chat is silent today. That's okay. So let's see. I'm going to give announcements anyway. So the announcement is if I get like 20 more subscribers by August 1st, I will do the microtonal reharmonization of Red Dress. Ooh, let's refresh it. Ooh, I got 977 right now. That's good. So now, wait, how much do I need? That means I need 23. I just need 23 more people to subscribe to me in 3 days. And then I will do the microtonal red dress harmonization. I don't know if I should do... I figure I should do like a cappella jazz. I think that would just be easiest because then I don't have to retune the instruments in any fancy way. Oh, I said I wanted to do it in 22 tone equal temperament. 22 tone equal temperament or 48 tone equal temperament? That's the question. See, here's what I think. I think that the resolution that Sarah Brand provides with her brand of microtonality is so freaking microtonal that 22 might not even do it. Like, because I was transcribing this in 48, and there are several notes where I was like, oh my God, this is like in between an eighth tone and a quarter tone. Like some of the A downs I was talking about earlier on the choruses. Like, it's absolutely remarkable. I should have used 72 tone equal temperament to be more accurate, but I did not care about the notation, and I thought 48 was fine. 48's kind of like, it's a little bit easier to explain too, right? Because it's like quarter tones, but now there's arrows added. So the arrows part, like, if you've already accepted the quarter tone accidentals and that they exist and that they're not that scary, then you can accept the arrows. But 72 is like, oh my God, that's a lot. So I feel like 48 was the right choice for this transcription. Hopefully it was. But yeah, I might reharmonize it in 48. I might just reharmonize it in JI. Ooh, if I get the stem, you know what I'll actually do? Is I'll do the I'll try the Jacob Collier thing and just sit down and try and like harmonize it by ear and not even write anything out. I think that would be really fun. Be a good test of like what I can imagine and how creative that can be. Of course, if I do that, I don't tend to be like super imaginative if left to my own like acapella improvisational overdub devices. I tend to like just make voices playing around. You know, it's like Debussy fell asleep. So I'll try not to do that if I do that tactic. So maybe I can take you guys inside the process, live stream some more, and kind of like show you what I'm up to and stuff. Although I don't know how to get YouTube to like share its screen or do anything convenient because, you know, why would these players do that? That would be too easy. So yeah, there's that. Okay. So there's another video I want to make to help the people who've subscribed to my channel kind of know what I'm about without scaring them away. Because I know a lot of people subscribe for the Sarah Brand video, so maybe they haven't looked at anything else I've done, and maybe they don't even care about what's next, and that's pretty logical. You know, but I want to make another video for them that will make them be like, ooh, this was the right choice. Instead of like, oh, wait, he's singing out of tune. Also, does not count. So I'm thinking that there's two things that I'm thinking of. One thing I'm thinking of is finally making the video about how microtonality and out of tune aren't the same, which is a video that has been needing to be made for a really long time. I feel like there's so many talking points in microtonality that just like have no video, but they are very well known. And this is one of them. Chances are, if you talk about microtonal music to somebody, they will just say, oh, that's when people sing out of tune. Now, if you are singing out of tune, there's an extremely good chance that you'll be singing microtones, right? Because you're just singing free notes all over the grid. But most microtonal music is just as intentionally designed, well-crafted, and, you know, having its own repetitive syntax as music in 12-tone equal temperament. So the hope is that, like, most people, when they say that, are joking. And I know, like, some people are, like, half joking about it. And then some people are just, like, completely serious. And they just, like, you know, imagine just hearing a pattern and being like, oh, it's not in 12/10, so it doesn't count. It's random. It's out of tune. Like, what? You know? That just seems crazy to me. So, yeah. So I want to make a video about that. I feel like that would be pretty fun. Like, what people mean when they say out of tune. Because some people, like, out of tune can sort of refer to two different things. One thing out of tune can refer to is it can refer to the act of not tuning the notes accurately to whatever tuning system you're in. Unfortunately, because of the failures of the education system to teach other numbers that aren't 12, even though we have computers that have had, like, Scale Workshop and other things for a while now. Hey, maybe they'll get on that. Most people have just heard 12 as the tuning system, and then they haven't. Anything else in any other tuning system just sounds out of tune with 12-tone equal temperament. But if you do some ear training with another tuning system, you can understand the other notes from it as being in tune with that system usually. The difficulty arises when you have a lot of random sounding microtonal information in a very fine context, like singing a lot of different notes. You can't keep track of all that information, so I think that just sounds too random. So that's why the Sarah Brand video, for example, sounds much more random than, say, that like terrible random conservative conference Star Spangled Banner thing. Like, one, they're both microtonal, but one sounds more microtonal than the other because Lady Butchering the Star Spangled Banner, she's just a bad singer who occasionally decided to modulate and can't sing high. And then Sarah Brand is like sort of in like tone deaf land, right? So she's just like, she's singing contours, but they are so fine and ingrained, and they have so little to do with the melody itself that you might not even be able to reverse engineer the melody. That's the remarkable point, I think. There was that video, somebody else made like a video like, if Sarah Brand paid her mixing engineer, and had like done a version where like, they'd auto-tune Sarah Brand's voice to diatonic notes. And it sounded wrong to me because I've heard the microtonal version so many times. So I think maybe that was Zen harmonic in the sense that I was expecting the slots that she always sings in the tone deaf way. And then once those were corrected, I was kind of like, okay, I got to re-wrinkle here. And I also disagreed with some of his choices. There's this part that goes like, do, 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 do. I'm only singing the microtonal way. Should it be me? Hearts and minds. Which should probably be hearts and minds. So probably like the melody should hang around here. And probably just do that. But the mix engineer guy, he did like this. He put the note in the chord, but made that like a minor third skip in the melody. And I was like, oh, the way she sang the major 7 correctly one time in verse 1. No, maybe another time. Maybe she sang it correctly twice. I don't know. Like in the original version, that's actually the one I prefer. I prefer that nice little major 7th there. And the major 7th sounds so tame after listening to just the much more random roller coaster ride that has been the song. So yeah. Okay. I think I probably have to go now because I have to get ready to leave for work, unfortunately. The time has run out very quickly. And I definitely wish I could be here longer. Oh, wait, I didn't tell you my other idea for a standard Stephen Weigel video / newcomer welcome hello red dress subscribers video. Okay, so one of them is why microtonality and out of tune aren't the same. And honestly, if anyone seeing these wants to be really ambitious and like steal these ideas and do them first, just do them really well. In fact, I would encourage you to steal them because it makes less work for me to do. Most of what I do is about enriching the microtonal internet and having more resources for people to use. Because right now there are almost none. And like I get these ads on like Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, and they're like, would you like to make $1 bajillion? Content creator Larson has some advice for you. And whenever I read it, it always seems like all of the advice is, I'm going to figure out how to give you more ideas. But you know what? I have no shortage of ideas. So I'm not like these other content creators who are like, hey, I have no ideas. Dang it. I've got all the ideas I need. And I encourage you to steal them if you can. But yeah, okay, so there's one. And then another one is doing a cover of a Vicentino song in 31 tone equal temperament, because that would be tame enough for my new subscribers. Welcome. And it'd be in 31 tone equal temperament, which is the tuning of the month. And I've already been working on other 31 tone projects. And I'm really dying to get something out in 31 before the end of the month. So that's a lot for me to do. Now, both of those videos I think do have to be made, but I'm wondering which one you all want more. So if anyone listening right now wants to post a comment in the chat, whether they would like a video on microtonality versus out of tuneness, just a conceptual video, or a cover of a Vicentino song in 31 tone equal temperament, that would probably be pretty easy. I think I could do that in a day. So it would be a lot easier than the arrangements I'm doing, where I have to kind of like arrange it from scratch and figure out what the new chords should be. So yeah. Ooh, people are messaging me on Facebook. Okay, I'm gonna check my Facebook messages while you all comment your votes in the chat. So, do you want microtonality versus? Do you want the difference between microtonality and out of tuneness as a next video, or 31 tone Vicentino song? Of course, the real next one will be me getting 1,000 subscribers and doing the red dress microtonal reharmonization. But other than that, if there's another video you want, what would it be? I am going to have to go soon, unfortunately. So cast your votes now. Wow, the chat is as dry as a bone. Well, that's okay. I really appreciate you all watching. I really want to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you tell one of your music friends about this, just one, I would be super appreciative. Like someone you know hasn't subscribed to me. I don't know how you would know that. I guess they would have to really not like microtonal music, but then subscribing to me actually might not. I don't know if it would be good for them or not. I really want to be like that person who converts people. And I've only converted maybe 5 people or something, but I'm working on converting more people. So it's fun. Microtonality is a good time. That doesn't even have to be any other reason for using it other than just it's fun. And I like that. I think it's a great time. In fact, it means that if people try and be annoying to me for using microtones, I'm just gonna be like, that's your problem. You're getting mad at me for no reason. But yeah, what I really like about putting things on YouTube is that it helps me realize the potential I have, and it also helps me understand how much of that potential was just getting squandered by the mediocrity of daily life. So if you're wanting to make microtonal music or get into microtonality, I highly recommend posting things online, because it's just so hard to get people in your area to all sort of be in the same system and all of that, especially if they haven't done the ear training or if they don't care to figure out how synthesizers work or something like that. It's just really difficult. I almost think that, posting microtonal music online is this wonderful, growing, repository of evidence that, yes, we can do this, and it's wonderful. I want to provide as much of that as possible for anyone who's like, you can't do this, you can't do that. And the this and the that are just totally dumb or have been done 10 times. That's why we need more microtonal people. We need so many people doing microtonal cover songs that the people who just think you can't do fun things with it will just have nothing to say. They'll just be like, oh crap, I guess this is cool. Well, all right. And then they just move on with their lives. So that's kind of where we're at now, because 10 years ago, even mentioning microtonality was enough to get you roasted in a lot of the dumber Facebook groups. And now people have to grudgingly accept that it's valid, which is great. That's progress. And then later, probably eventually, there will be one elective class at a university about a tuning system that isn't really, really easy to deal with, as is already done. So easy tunings to deal with would include just intonation and quarter tones, or further subdivisions of 12s like 72 tone equal temperament. Not saying they're easy to play. I'm saying they're easy to conceptualize and thus put in a class where there's been 12 tone equal temperament. So yeah, I mean, wouldn't it be wild to just have one class at a university that's on 19 tone equal temperament or 17 tone equal temperament? There might be classes that have that deal with things like historical temperaments, and those would get mentioned. But keyboards like this, I am planning to do some more 19 tone covers, by the way. I have a few friends who are interested in singing those, and we're just having trouble lining up our schedules. So once those schedules are lined up, we'll have some excellent 19 tone jams for you. So without further ado, I think I'm gonna take off and say goodbye. Woo, does Kitty want to say goodbye? Bye, YouTube. Yeah. Okay. We'll see you later. 1,000 subscribers in 3 days, please.